Our internet's not working, so I volunteered to read to Kiddo, and I'm reading to him from the Robert Fulghum Uh-Oh book. The other book is, this one's called Some Observations from Both Sides of the Refrigerator Door, the author of All I Learned in Kindergarten, which is one of our favorite books. I highly recommend.
Favorite books.
It's one of your favorite books too.
I haven't read it yet.
You read though. You love the one with the spider or whatever. It goes ah.
First I went through a spider web. I went, ah!
Yeah. You've loved every story that we've ever read to you from that book.
Maybe.
So, it's really, everybody should have books in their library because when, sometimes the internet goes out. And when the internet goes out, you need to be able to have things to be able to read. If there's ever a Third World War, you need to have a garden out, in your edible space, apartment, balcony. If they don't let you have it in the balcony, you can have it right growing up your window. And you need to have books to read so you don't go insane.
Yep.
All right.
Of course, theoretically, if war happens, hopefully people won't nuke each other or use EMPs.
Yep.
Because, let's nuke each other. Oh wait, that'd be the end of the world. Let's nuke each other still.
Huh. Yeah, I was just reading the first paragraph, and I disagree with the sentence. He says, uh-oh is one of the first expressions a baby learns. And I don't know if that's true.
Hi. Hi is one of the first expressions. Oh, expressionism. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe. I think yours was peekaboo and toe. I don't remember.
Technically, the first word ever was hi. Or yes. Probably yes.
But I don't think that was your first word. Your first word was toe.
Yeah, possibly.
And then usually ball for a lot of kids.
Yeah. Ball or toy.
But he does say it's one of the first expressions.
Yeah, that's probably possibly true.
I think peekaboo is a big one. Peekaboo! I see you! Alright, anyways.
Uh-oh stems from danger, which is one of the basic words. I say the basic words are yes, no, hello, danger, food/water.
Did you ever read that article that I sent you about the first words that were actually ever created?
No.
One of them I really loved was hear.
Yes. Like hear with ear.
Uh-huh. Because you have to say when you're hunting, you hear the animal coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's our basic word. Hear. That's the basic word.
And black but not white.
Black is
Black was for the night.
dark. Yes, dark.
But they didn't have a color for it. They didn't have a word for white.
Makes sense. You don't need a word for white. Dark. Dark is night. They can be in a pre-evolved form. It can be synonymous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You start reading?
I guess I am. I just wasn't sure if that's one I want to read out loud now. Uh-oh is way up near the top of a list of small syllables with large meanings. We say uh-oh to a small child who falls down or bumps his head. I don't agree with that either. We say, I don't want to read this one because I don't agree with half of it.
Don't read into them.
Yeah. I guess I like the other book better.
See, totally different.
They are a little different, yes. Okay, so I decided to read him something different than the Uh-Oh book. I decided to read to him from my favorite poetry book, which is, I don't know if you can read it, Where the Sidewalk Ends. Alright, and this is one of my favorite poems. I memorized every single poem in here at one time for I used to do, not debate team, well I did debate team too, but the drama club, I guess. And we would have competitions, and you had to do it. I'm not going to do it how I did for the competition, but just I wanted to read to Kiddo. So, should I have the video on Kiddo while I do the picture, or should I have it on the page?
Whichever you'd like.
Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray, what fun! It's time we flew, said Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. As higher and higher and higher they flew, Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in, oh gosh, I hope we do, cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, never returned to the world they knew. And nobody knows what's happened to dear Mr. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too.
Uh-huh. So is Ickle me, pickle me, are they 4 separate people?
Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too.
So there are 4 separate people.
3 people.
3 people.
Ickle me,
So what's
pickle
2?
me,
Who's
and
2?
tickle me, comma, T-O-O.
Oh, and Ickle me too.
Yeah. Ickle me, and pickle me, and tickle me.
Tickle
2.
me. Yeah.
Pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray! It's time we flew. So tickle me, tickle me, tickle me too.
Yep, so,
Captain Pickle's crew. I got that
lesson
stuck
is-
in my head. Ah! I get them all stuck in my head once I start
lesson
getting them.
is, don't jump in a flying shoe. Not unless you have an escape plan.
Higher and higher and higher they flew. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in. I hope we do, cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Never returned to the world they knew. And nobody knows what's happened to dear Mr. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. I will not play at tug-of-war. I'd rather play at hug-a-war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, where everyone giggles and rolls on the rugs, and where everyone kisses and everyone grins and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. Oh, this is one I used to love. And actually I don't like it anymore. I'm writing these poems from inside a line, and it's rather dark in here, so please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon by the lion's cage I'm afraid I got too near, and I'm writing these lines from inside a line, and it's rather dark in here. I loved reading these to you when you were young. Oh, this is the one I wanted you to always learn. I used to read this one to you a lot. Listen to the mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts. Listen to the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never-haves. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. Commentary on how much television people watch. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jett, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean. From the early show to the late, late show, and all the shows in between. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair, and his chin turned into a turning dial, and antenna grew out of his hair. And his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face into a TV screen, and 2 knobs saying Vert and Hortz grew where his ears had been. And he grew a plug, like a tail. So we plugged in little Jim, and now, instead of him watching TV, we all sit around and watch him. There's one. There's one about the taking out the trash that I really liked. Oh, you used to comment about this one when you were growing up. I remember when you were 3, we had a conversation about it. I wonder if there's a recording of it somewhere. The gypsies are coming. The gypsies are coming, the old people say, to buy little children and take them away. 50 cents for fat ones, 20 cents for lean ones, 15 cents for dirty ones, 30 cents for clean ones, and a nickel each for the mean ones. Oh, the gypsies are coming, and maybe tonight, to buy little children and lock them up tight. 80 cents for husky ones, a quarter for the weak ones, a penny each for the noisy ones, and $1 for the meek ones. 40 cents for happy ones, 11 cents for the sad ones. And kiddies, when they come to buy, it won't do you any good to cry. But just between yourself and I, they never buy the bad ones.
Why did they buy anyways? I mean, they have to sell to them.
I think back in the Once Upon a Time there was one, I don't know. Oh, I used to love this one too. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils, they're as big as rocks, and I've counted 16 chicken pox, and there's one more. That's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut, my eyes, they're blue, and it might be instamatic flu. I cough, and I chew, and sneeze, and asthma choke, and I'm sure my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin, my belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched and my ankle's sprained, and my appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb, and I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my spine is weak, and I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth, and I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't straight, my temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear. There's a hole inside my ear. And I have a hangnail and my heart is... What? What's that you say? You said today is Saturday? Goodbye, I'm going out to play.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, kids are right. Yes, they do.
Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. Sarah Cynthia Silver Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd scour the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams and spice the hams. And though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take that garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceiling, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window, and blocked the door. With bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, floppy clumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of blackburn buttered toast, grossly bits of roasty roast. The garbage rolled on down the hall, it raised the roof, it broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of googly bubble gum, cellophane from green bologna, rubbery, blueberry macaroni, peanut butter caked in dry, curdled milk and crusts of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last, the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky. And all the neighbors, they moved away, and none of her friends, they'd come out to play. And finally, Sarah Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state, and from New York to Golden Gate, and there in the garbage she did hate. Poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout and always take the garbage out. You know, it's interesting. I liked that poem originally, but now that I know about compost...
Trash, yeah. A lot of stuff that can seriously go into compost. I mean, instead of actually piling up, really under all that weight, all that weight, sooner or later, it would turn to dirt.
Yeah, and
dirt that would be.
And the other thing is, yeah, a lot of it was compost. Yeah, it would not. But you know, the other thought I have about that is that we fill up these landfills, and we're essentially doing the same thing. We really need to be doing zero waste and recycling, and yeah, exactly. The compost, all the yard waste needs to stay out of the.
Perhaps we turn to a pile of compost. After about a year or so, it would turn into a pile of dirt.
Yep.
How could she stand living in a house like that? I have absolutely no idea.
Well, there's some comments of that about people, like, you know, like when you're hoarding all the stuff. And people could say that about me because I keep a lot of the recyclable stuff.
You know what? Your house not filled with compost.
I take it outside and let it turn into dirt.
Yeah. Your house has room to walk.
Yep.
And walls still steady.
I like everything organized and neat, and that's the only thing. But a lot of people, they don't have time for that.
The sky may be low, but the roof is lower.
Okay, he's finished his meal, so we're going to go ahead and let him go do some other work and stuff. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed us reading. There is a lot of cool poems. Shel Silverstone, highly recommend it. All poetry. The rhythm, the fun you can have. And it's just as good as nursery rhymes. We'll leave with orchestra. So you haven't got a drum, just beat your belly. So you haven't got a horn, I'll play my nose. So we haven't got any cymbals, we just clap our hands together. And though there may be orchestras that sound a little better, with their fancy shiny instruments that cost an awful lot, hey, we're making music twice as good by playing what we got. Well, that's a good philosophy to have, especially when you're not having much money.
Bam, 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 bam. Doesn't work so well.
You like making
How
music.
do you sing?
Yeah.
Dum ba dum bum. Dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. Dum ba dum bum. Dum bum 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 dum bum 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 boom ba dum boom boom ba bum 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 dum bum boom. Dum boom dum 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 boom bum dum dum ba dum dum ba boom dum boom dum dum boom boom dum dum bum.
Bravo! Bravo! Alright, everybody. Do a check-in. Put those arms above your heads. You too, kiddo. Stretching! Everybody stretch to see the sky! Get your hands all the way up there. Shoulder rotation, head rotation. Lifting up your chest,
The
pinching
sky
your...
does not end at the actual place. It doesn't.
And then reach to the universe. And reach to the
The universe doesn't
stars.
end at the actual place.
Reach to the stars, then. Ariel!
Womp.
Oh, big eye.
Bow, womp, bow,
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
bow, da ba bow, womp, bow, womp, bum, boom, bow, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, bum, boom, 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 bum, 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 dum, dum, boom, 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 dum, boom, wow, wow, wow. dum dum bum bum dum bum dum 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 bum dum boom bum.
Woo! All right, night everyone. Have a good time. Take care of yourself. Love you lots.
And as always, thanks for watching.
Oh, and sign up on patreon.com, KEE. Bye.